study. In the newsroom, Dave Bruce, Team 12 News.
Thanks for that report tonight, Dave. Controversy continues. Controversy over a state police checkpoint in Upshur County this past weekend raises the question whether troopers crossed a legal line. It was the first year for a Freedom Fest in Upshur County. The festival is part of a national organization promoting the legalization of marijuana for medical treatment. But as Team 12's Patty Petit reports, when state police showed up at the road's entrance for the traffic checkpoint, some people questioned the reason for the police being there.
It looks like a drug raid, but state police say it was not. This is home video on Boy Scout Camp Road in Upshur County this past weekend. It shows state police conducting what one man calls an illegal checkpoint.
When it comes to the point of pointing out dogs and searching every car that comes through, there's no sense in that at all. They were violating every person's civil rights.
Tom Thacker represents a national organization that wants to see marijuana legalized for medical treatment. He organized a 3-day Freedom Festival for the group's marijuana campaign. Thacker believes this road checkpoint was a setup. Police stopped every car and even searched several with drug dogs. But this past November, the Supreme Court ruled police can no longer conduct road checks specifically looking for drugs.
I'd say that's a violation of their Fourth Amendment rights, and that they have to have some suspicion which they can articulate in order to be able to stop and search a vehicle for drugs.
But state police say this was simply a road law checkpoint, looking for such things as drunk driving, insurance violations, and if drivers had valid licenses. They ended up nabbing 15 people for possession of drugs. What police can and cannot do.
Under the guise of checking for licenses and insurance and things of that sort, and bring in the drug dogs, that the checkpoint was just a subterfuge to try to detect illegal drugs, because you don't need drug dogs to check somebody's driver's license.
Festival organizers described the road checkpoint at the intersection behind me this past weekend as intimidation. Intimidation that Tom Thacker says deterred festival goers from attending his event. And while state police released this press release stating their concerns of the volume of traffic that was going to be going through this country road. Troopers say they were not trying to drive people away. The festival itself drew 450 people and 28 live bands. Thacker describes the event as a peaceful political gathering on private property. Reporting in Upshur County, I'm Patty Petit for Team 12 News.
Troopers chose not to make any comment on camera about this dispute. The marijuana group is considering taking legal action, and several other people have already filed complaints with state police. Marion County.
Maybe a lawsuit facing some area law officials, and we'll fill you in on that.
Plus, we'll tell you why yet another SUV company is under fire. Stay with us.
Police searches at a Freedom Festival last weekend leave people claiming their Fourth Amendment rights have been violated. Now, this is home video shot at the Freedom Festival. Festival organizers say it was geared toward raising money for a medical marijuana campaign. Thomas Thacker is the leader of the West Virginia Division of NORML. That stands for National Organization for Reform of Marijuana Laws. Thacker was part of the event and says area law officials conducted illegal drug searches. The group from the festival has consulted a lawyer about its next steps, saying the campaign lost money because of the checkpoints.
We do not want anybody harassed in future events in this manner. This was a political gathering, so they were also squandering our freedom of speech.
West Virginia State Police say the checkpoints were routine traffic stops. They say the stops were not to look for drugs, but to maintain safety for the community on the already narrow Boy Scout Camp Road.
A warning tonight from Attorney General Darryl McGraw.
Police made traffic stops on the way to the Freedom Festival, and now they've come under fire from the National Organization for the Reform of Marijuana Laws. News Channel 5's Jake Glantz has more details on this story. Jake.
Scott, in November of 2000, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that drug roadblocks are unconstitutional. State police say the purpose of troopers on the scene was to control traffic and manage the crowd. This home video given to News Channel 5 by organization spokesman Tom Thacker shows at least 11 state troopers on the Boy Scout Camp Road. Troopers cited 15 people for drug possession. Clarksburg lawyer Gerald Jones says this type of searching is illegal.
You can't just assume that people who are going to a festival of some sort to try to make some influence on an existing law are going to be violating the law. You might suspect it because of the nature of the cause, but that doesn't give you the right to go search them.
Jones says the searching violates Fourth Amendment rights protecting against unlawful search and seizure. In a press release, state troopers say the stops were routine checks. The statement says the troopers were concerned with the safety of individuals living in the area who travel the Boy Scout Camp Road on a daily basis. Thacker says the event lost at least 300 people and as much as $10,000 in revenue because of the police presence. Reporting for News Channel 5, I'm Jake Glantz. Scott, back to you.
All right, Jake, thanks for that report.